The latest funding announced this week to help launch and further develop body camera programs at area police departments.
Western Mass News reporter Abigail Murillo is giving us a look an inside look on how this money will help local community move forward with cameras.
The Healy Driscoll administration is awarding over $3 million in grant funding to police departments across the state to expand the use of body-worn cameras, including the city of East Hampton.
What this grant allows us to do is expand to part-time officers and also guarantees the use of the equipment on every shift without exception.
Mayor Nicole LaChapelle tells Western Mass News the police body cams will improve public safety and are necessary for holding people accountable.
It's a critical bridge between our residents, our visitors, and the police department. The commitment to increase transparency and access to the police's work in East Hampton started back in 2020 with the mayor's pledge that I took after the murder of George Floyd.
The city's police department implemented the program almost 4 years ago, and body-worn cameras have been in use for all shifts. But with the lack of funding, they had to be shared. East Hampton Police Lieutenant Chad Alexander tells us the funding will allow for additional cameras and equipment, including for part-time officers, assist with storage and ease of retrieving video whenever needed, and be a useful tool for assisting in criminal investigations. LaChapelle also says their very own police department was pushing for this grant.
I felt proud that East Hampton, yet again, was out in front of a key piece of local government. I really have to hand it to our department staff who went after this grant and saw the need for additional transparency and accessibility.
Mayor LaChapelle says she hopes the funding from the program will bridge the gap between local police departments and the communities they serve. Reporting in studio, Abigail Murillo for Western Mass News.
Coming up near